All right, Jag fans, she's back in the shop, and we are doing the very last finishing touches on my Vandom Pla. And my longtime subscribers will know this is a pretty rare Jag, 2009 model year. This is the last of the line for this body XJ, and it's in a very rare astral gold color, one of about 50 made in this specification before going out of production. And in true Jag fashion, we've got some tinkering to do. As you guys know, I have put full R0 air suspension on the car, but if you take a peek there, you'll notice she's sitting a little bit low. So the plan for today, we are going on the leak investigation voyage of discovery. So I'm gonna walk you through what you can do to look for leaks on the air suspension systems on these X350 and X358 platforms. It's a pretty straightforward process, and you can catch pesky leaks such as failed O-rings, things like that, without having to go straight to replacing the air struts. So let's open this beauty up and let's get started. All right, well, step one in our voyage of discovery. Let's get the hood open and the trunk. And when we're under the hood, we're gonna focus in this area right here. This is our airline going in. And then when we come over this side, that's our other airline as well. We're gonna do some investigating over here. Let's take a look in the trunk. So in the back here, I had this open already. So if you have not got your trunk taken apart, there's two little T30s you have to undo at the back, and then the whole center carpet comes out, and then these areas just pull out basically. There's a little bit of trim in the trunk, but I think I've shown you guys how to do this in some other videos, but I had this out for another project. So under that, you have your airline here, obviously your little sensor here, and then as we come over this side, same deal, airline here, a little sensor plugged in there. And then most importantly, this is the air tank for the air suspension. So this is where the car holds air and maintains the ride height and everything else. And you can see we have our main supply line from that into the valve body. And then we have all the different lines coming out. So this is going to be basically each corner of the car, and then also a line that goes to the compressor as well. So what I'm going to start by doing, I'm going to get some soapy water, and we're going to spray around each one of those connections and look for an air leak. I'm hopeful that maybe we find something when doing that. Otherwise, we have to get a little bit more involved and get to the air compressor and check the supply lines going in there in case we have something leaking in that area as well. But step one, let's check all the areas I showed you and see if we find anything. And maybe one thing to call out, we have our actual little air fitting here, but down here, this brass piece, this is actually a check valve, and there is actually an O-ring in this as well that goes into the air strut. So when we're testing this with soapy water, I would definitely recommend getting it down in here too, because potentially we could have a leak lower down with the check valve. So I'm gonna get some soapy water and let's take a look. There you go. Got sufficient soapy water on here. And from first glance, this looks good. As much as we can see the bubbles and soap, nothing is expanding upwards, which would indicate that this line is good. So let's go to the other side. All right, let's repeat it on this one. Certainly recommend being a little generous. You want to make sure you got enough water to flush out any potential leaks. And I would say this thing is pretty well sealed up as well, which is great. So those first ones don't look suspicious, so let's go to the trunk and do some inspecting back there. So we'll start like this. See if we can see any bubbles. Not seeing anything on this one, so let's try this one. Nothing here as well. All right, well now we move on to the fun of the air management block. I'm gonna put the camera down, gonna spritz through this, see what we find, see if there's any culprits back here. Okay, so let me show you what we've got here. If it'll focus. So nothing bubbling here. Let's go down here. Let me do this. There we go. Nothing bubbling up here. Or here. And then I did check this fitting here as well. And sprayed around it, and nothing was leaking there either. So it seems everything back here is good as well. Well, just our luck that the easy stuff all seems to be working fine. I guess in the grand scheme of things, it's good news that there are no leaks at any of those connections, because there's certainly a lot of them. But that means we need to dig into the fender well and check the air connections on the air compressor as a next step. So I may actually turn the car around for this. We'll figure it out, and then I can show you guys where it's located in a bit better detail. But let's take a look over here and I'll give you an idea. And for my long-term owners, you probably know exactly where this thing is, and it lurks up in the corner of the front fender well here. And you can actually hear it running when you start the car up. It usually runs, if you've got a little leak at least, for up to 30 seconds to just fill up and pressurize the system. So this is gonna mean raising the car up, taking the wheel off, and pulling the fender liner back so we can get a good eye on the air compressor, get some light in there, and hopefully we can at least spray it with some soapy water and see if we have a leak on the compressor side. All right, so we have the car raised up, we have the wheel taken off, we've got our jack stand lurking under here. So next up, we have to take this inner fender liner out. I don't think we have to take the whole way out. I think in the past when I've done this, kind of undo the whole front side and you can sort of pull it back behind the wheel hub assembly and everything, and it should give us good enough access. So I'm gonna just get these undone. We have, this is a little hard lighting here, but we have a Torx. I think there's a couple more down here as it ties into the front under tray. Little plastic 10mm nut, and that should give us enough to pull this thing back. So let me get to that, and then you'll meet me when we get this done. All right, guys, well, here we have it. We are in the front bumper, the kind of front fender well area right here, and this is our air compressor. So this does all the magic as far as filling up the tank, filling up the air struts, and all that good jazz. So our mission is to leak check this, which, yeah, we're gonna have to basically check all the different airlines to make sure that we are leak free. So I'm gonna reposition and I'll show you where we need to test. All right, guys, let me walk you through this in a little more detail. So we have the main compressor, which you can kind of see, this is like the little piston up here. And then this is the motor assembly for the pump. This whole contraption is actually kind of part of the plumbing that goes through a muffler. That's what this is. There's also a dryer built in here, but this is designed to make the compressor more quiet. And then what we're looking for, if I can sneak you guys in here, right here, this little line, I actually see some buildup on it, which is interesting. But I am gonna spray this and see if by chance we have any leaks, because this is the supply line that feeds the tank in the back of the car. So let me get my little spray bottle and let's give this a try. All right, guys, well, it's been sprayed down. I'm not really seeing any signs of an air leak. So as much as we had a little build up there, there's nothing standing out right now as a leak. All right, guys, well, what does this mean? It means our leak test is inconclusive. I think from my perspective, it shows we don't have leaks at all the joints, which is awesome. However, now we need to figure out where the leak actually is. The behavior I'm encountering, it's not a big leak, whatever I'm dealing with. I drive the car, it stays at normal ride height, but 24 hours later, I can tell the car is lowered down maybe an inch. And so there's something somewhere in the system that is not quite right. It also appears to happen just in the front to start off with, where really the front goes down like this. And then I think just because of the auto leveling over time, the rear just tries to correct, and then the front goes down a little more. And if you let it sit for a couple of days, next thing you know, the thing is laying down very low. So this points to me that there's something going on in the front. I do want to check just in case it's a weird ride height sensor, something like that that's acting up. It might be that, but I need to do a little bit more investigation, and we'll be back here tomorrow to see if we can track this thing down. All right, guys, well, after some investigation, I realized I need to DIY and build a specialty tool to check the pressures on each one of these struts to see if we have a leaky one. So I've ordered the parts, but it's gonna take a few days for that to come in. So I didn't want to delay getting this video out to you guys any longer. So what did we accomplish today? I showed you how to leak check all the different fittings on the car, so you know where all the air lines run and how to check them to see if you have a leaky O-ring or connection. And then in our part 2, we will investigate how to do a leak down test on the struts themselves to see if we actually have a leak at the strut. So I'll show you guys how to build the little tool, and then we can test them in the next video. And if you guys are new to the channel and came this way because of the Jag content, I'm sure if you take a look at some of my playlists, you'll see we've got plenty of Jag content out there and plenty more to come as well. So hit that subscribe button, definitely hit that notification bell, and drop me a comment. I'm sure all my X350 owners have run into air suspension issues in the past. Let me know your thoughts, your tricks, anything like that. Always love to share my knowledge with you guys. But with that, I'll see you guys on the next episode.